the internet of value at Ripple, we're thinking much bigger than just cross-border payments. It's kind of like Amazon with rare books in the early days, just this market happens to be a $10 trillion market.
We are at a historic turning point.
Said in the past that you are doing for money what email did for communication.
Moving the whole revolution forward. There's trillions of dollars parked around the world. XRP.
Is there a possibility that Ripple could take over SWIFT one day?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to an episode of 24 Hours Crypto. Let's get right into today's video. This one's going to be absolutely crazy. This is going to be an action-packed video. We're going to get into the XRP, that's an escrow, which we're never going to see because that's Ripple's game plan since inception. We're going to get into price stability. We're going to cover it very briefly. I've discussed this on my August 13th video, but we're going to go over it briefly today. We're going to get into the G30. We're going to get into basically why Bitcoin and Ethereum aren't going to work, and XRP is the end game that is going to create a level playing field across every jurisdiction across the world. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode. Take a look at this. This was back in 2021, evolving RippleNet for a tokenized future. So fast forward to 2 years, Ripple comes out with this. Finance leaders believe that tokenization will make a significant impact across sectors, and they went on to reference trading tokenized assets, stocks and bonds, real estate, derivatives, and carbon markets. Unbelievable. And the numbers around the value, you know, people say trillions of dollars. There's a lot out there, okay? Moving value, it's a lot. But nobody has the accurate number. It's a massive number. For example, this article said, real-world asset tokenization is expected to shape a 16 trillion industry by 2030. And if we go into this PDF life cycle that they put, this is Ripple, they went on and mentioned that expected cross-border payments value by 2027 is $250 trillion alone, ladies and gentlemen. And the tokenized asset market is going to be just beside that. Derivatives, they're all going to be here. We're talking, 10 years from now, quadrillion, ladies and gentlemen. This is a massive, massive market, and this is a massive, massive step in human mankind history, which is awesome that we get to live through it, and I get to document it to you guys. Before we get into the G30, okay, the group of 30, there's a lot of high reputable individuals here that know XRP, talk XRP, sleep XRP. But take a look, listen to this clip here. So the first video is from the BRICS Nation talking about it's a new world. Second video by Marcus Treacher talking about currency. Then the head of MasterCard, VP of MasterCard talking about currency. Then an individual within the BIS talking about currency. We're going to get a new currency, folks, and we're going to get the highest liquid, most efficient and stable currency is going to be utilized, and that's going to be a crypto coin. But take a listen to what they say here.
The world is changing. Global economic recovery relies on predictable global payment systems and the smooth operating of banking, supply chains, trade, tourism, as well as financial flows.
So this isn't a speculated currency. It's a currency which is a long-term play for the future global transaction space. And that, I think, is incredibly powerful.
Are they ready to accept or facilitate a transaction in this new type of currency, whatever this currency is going to be in the future, right?
So imagine that you have a pair of currencies for which there is not a complementary demand. You need to go and search for a third-party currency in order to make this settlement actually happen. And this really complicates things, so we need to put pieces of technology that can make more efficiency this use of liquidity so that more transactions can be settled.
And every single one of these individuals know exactly what XRP is, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's get into the group of 30 before we get into more videos. So we have Tarman Samutham, okay, Mark Carney. We know these individuals have said, this is the man that says, we need interoperability within CBDCs. This is the man that says that. We have a lot of bigger names here. We have Janet Yellen, okay, we have Augustine, BitBoy 2.0. We have Mohammed El Areen that talks about XRP. Mark Carney knows exactly what that is. And this PDF that came out about 2 years ago, digital currencies and stable coins, we're going to go over it very, very briefly. You guys have all seen this. Coordinating the introduction of a global official sector stablecoin. And take a listen to what they said here. Ripple, a real-time gross settlement system, currency exchange, and remittance network whose digital currency XRP leapfrogs slow and expensive correspondent banking. And then when we get on to the World Bank document from November 2021, under stablecoins for cross-border payments, take a listen to this. Any accepted type of currency or asset can be used to transact on the Ripple network. Cross-border payments using Ripple transact using XRP. A digital currency works as a liquidity source whenever it is necessary, besides acting as a bridge between two currencies. It's the use case that matters, folks. XRP, which is an open source blockchain, operates on the interface of peer-to-peer servers. Use case, this has got to get concrete in everyone's head. I know you guys all, it's use case, and even take a listen to these big bankers talk about use case. This is about a month old. This is, shout out to Cypress for this one. Take a listen.
Agree with Radko. We are use case driven, but the times before, I think the digital assets or the DLT space was a little bit infrastructure driven, and that is not so easy for the, I said, traditional banks like we are. We are looking for the use cases. We are looking for the products we can offer to our clients right now or later, and then we look for the best fit in infrastructure.
It's going to be use case, use case, use case, and then in a moment we're going to get into stability and why Ripple holds on to XRP, because they're looking at it from a banker's perspective. But before we get into it, take a listen to Christine Lagarde here. She was the head of the IMF, and now she's the head of the ECB, okay, European Central Bank. This is absolutely massive. Take a listen to what she says here. She knows 100% what she's saying is she's 100% accurate, ladies and gentlemen. These individuals, they have lots of power, so listen very carefully.
Well, first of all, I think it is not a currency. I'm very sorry to say. I know that some people argue that it has two attributes of the three that constitute a valid currency, but I think it doesn't. It might have one. It certainly doesn't have two, and it doesn't have the stability that would be required in order for it to be a currency. It is in our view and in our analysis of what it is today. It's a digital asset. It's a crypto asset. It's one that was established back in 2009.
And then we have Mayan Song from the BIS Innovation Hub talked about congestion networks and Ethereum and why Ethereum won't work. In yesterday's video, we talked about Mike Blandina, head of global payments at JP Morgan, was talking about how Bitcoin and Ethereum don't work for payment methods. Well, these individuals are way higher than those banks. They have a lot more authority. They trump any of these banks. So we just heard Christine Lagarde saying Bitcoin, get that out of here as a currency, never will work. And then now take a listen to the BIS Innovation Hub here.
And this particular chart shows the relationship between the user fees on the vertical axis and the number of transactions on the horizontal axis for the Ethereum blockchain. As I've explained, congestion, if you like, is a feature, not a bug of crypto. It's like a toll road collecting tolls from users. But too much capacity means that no one pays the tolls, which means that the system cannot be sustained.
It is not sustainable, ladies and gentlemen. It is not sustainable whatsoever. And now let's get into price stability in terms of XRP and why Ripple holds XRP in escrow. Because, again, like I said, they're looking at it from a banker's perspective. By placing a significant amount of XRP in escrow, it reduces the potential for sudden large sell-offs that could cause price volatility. This helps provide a more stable trading environment for investors and users. By having a portion of XRP locked in escrow, banks can feel more secure in using XRP for various financial services. This predictability can be advantageous for banks when using XRP for liquidity management and cross-border payments, as it reduces the risk of sudden price fluctuations that could impact the cost of transactions. And more importantly, trust and credibility. Okay, this is huge. An escrow system can enhance Ripple's reputation by demonstrating responsible token management practices. It showcases a commitment to market stability and responsible use of XRP. This can instill confidence in banks, investors, and regulatory authorities that Ripple is actively working to maintain the stability of XRP market. Ladies and gentlemen, I do appreciate every single one of you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Facts are facts. I'm just putting out the narrative here, how what everyone's talking. Listen to the language they're talking about. Okay, price stability. It needs to be sustainable. It needs to be scalable. Okay, at the end of the day, as long as you know what you hold, ladies and gentlemen, you got nothing to worry about. We will be back with another video. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to an episode of 24 Hours Crypto. Let's get right into today's video. The Escrow. This predictive.
We started building RippleNet with the thesis that crypto liquidity would eventually be able to support robust global payments, large payments. RippleNet was designed so that customers seeing the benefits of our fiat-based network could flip the switch to ODL once the market was mature enough. And this is exactly what's happening. Flip the switch. I think what we're building has, it's solving a real problem. And I think all of the tokens, my advice to anybody would be, understand the utility. If there's real utility and there's real value being delivered to a real customer, there will be value in the token.